All right, hello everyone. How's it going? I'm Jeremy Langlois coming to you from Houmas House Estate and Gardens. Again, happy holidays. We're here in the actual house itself. We're by one of the two Christmas trees that we have here on property. You know, the place, Houmas House, is decorated beautifully this time of year. Big thanks to Cecily Boudreau, Jimmy, and the team over here at Houmas House. They do such an amazing job every year, and I truly encourage you that if you are in the area, don't take the food out of it, my end of the place. Come here, check out all the beautiful decorations here at Houmas House. And then, of course, if you are hungry, swing by the restaurant. We'd love to have you. Today, we are going to do a very fun dish today. But also, like every one of these demos we do, I always like to try to show something that's maybe interesting or a different technique that I think will help anybody cooking at home or anywhere. And so today we're going to make, 'tis the season, we're going to make some candy cane ice cream. But the main thing that's really interesting about this recipe is just how simple the ice cream base is. Now, as we go, like always, my friend Jesse behind the camera is watching us. So if at any point you have any questions, please leave us a comment. First of all, I got something you can comment on. When I told Jesse that I was going to be doing this recipe last week, she said just like this. She said, "Oh my God, it's too cold to be doing ice cream this time of year." And to that, I say wrong anytime. Ice cream is like the best food ever. Right, Jesse? Sure. See, ice cream is like the best food ever. And so you can have ice cream any time of year. And then, of course, we're going to serve it with a little warm. We're going to serve it in a glass, but also with some warm pecan pie as well. So if you think it's too cold, if you think Jesse's right, let her know in the comments. If you think I'm right, I mean, I already know it, so you don't have to put nothing online. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, okay, this ice cream base, watch how easy it is. First of all, any typical ice cream base, classic ice cream base, you're going to take some milk, some eggs, some sugar, some vanilla. You're going to boil your milk. You're then going to come back and have your sugar and your egg yolks in a bowl. You're going to temper that hot milk into your egg yolks to make a custard. Then you chill the whole thing, and then you run it through an ice cream machine. And that's a classic ice cream base. I say forget all that. Give this recipe a try because it truly is amazing, and there's nothing to cook. You just mix everything, and we throw it into the ice cream machine, and it comes out fantastic. And this is a base, so it's very adaptable. So you can make any kind. We're going to make the ice cream base. We're going to add candy canes to it, but you can add some cocoa powder to it. Now you have chocolate ice cream. You can add some, I don't know, fruit, any kind of fruit. Now you have a strawberry ice cream. So this is a base that can be adapted very easy. Let's go ahead and get into it. Well, the first thing that we're going to add, I just went to the store. Now, just follow along with me because it is a little bit different and not traditional. The first thing we're going to add is 1 carton. This is a 11-ounce carton of sour cream. And we're going to put this in here. Now, you might be asking yourself, sour cream, ice cream, that's weird? Well, not necessarily. Think about it. This ice cream, you won't even really taste the sour cream when it's done. And it actually, because you're adding sour cream, it's almost like making a cheesecake. You add sour cream to cheesecake, it almost has a slightly kind of cheesecake quality about it that pairs great with ice cream. So we're going to get the carton of sour cream in there, and then I'm going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. Recipes, of course, are always online on our website. If you go to houmashouse.com, there's a bunch of tabs on the top. One of the tabs says Resources. If you click that Resource tab, it's going to drop down a menu, and there you'll see Recipes, and you'll see all the recipes that we've ever done right there. You'll see a picture of the dish and the label, and there's our recipes. That's where you can find them. So I like to go ahead and whisk in that sugar into the sour cream, and it kind of just starts to cream that sour cream and get everything mixing up nicely. From there, we're going to add 1.5 cups of each of heavy cream and half and half. So the heavy cream is kind of thicker and rich, so the half and half kind of mellows out that. And because we're not cooking it, when you cook the milk and the eggs in a traditional ice cream base, it naturally thickens from the cooking process. Well, since nothing is getting cooked here, we're starting off with heavy cream and half because it's just a little bit thicker than milk itself. So we got that in there. Okay, check out this next step and let's talk about it. What we're actually going to add into here is going to be 3 egg yolks. Now this is something, because the egg yolks are going to go in raw, there is going to be raw egg yolk in this ice cream base, or the ice cream itself will have raw egg yolk in it. Now if that's something that you're leery about, or just don't want to do, you can very easily just eliminate these egg yolks out of the recipe. Just take them out. It won't change the recipe that much, but the egg yolks, just all ice cream has egg in it, and the egg yolks just add a richness to the ice cream that you wouldn't get if you didn't add them in there. And just, oftentimes in cooking in general, you're constantly using egg yolks anyway, whether you're making a salad dressing, like a Caesar salad dressing, that you use egg yolks as the emulsifier. Or oftentimes, if you just cook a sunny side up egg, and if you cut into that egg and the egg yolk runs, well, that egg yolk isn't cooked, because if it was cooked, it would be hard, like when you hard boil an egg. So, however, again, if you're leery of that and you don't want the raw egg yolks in the space, just take them out. It's not going to change it big time, but it does add a nice layer of, gives it that custardy rich quality to the ice cream. So we got our egg yolks in there. Next, I'm just going to add a little pinch of cinnamon, little pinch of nutmeg. Both of these, I think on our recipe, it says 1/8 of a teaspoon of each. You don't need much because both cinnamon and nutmeg are very strong spices. So you only need a little bit goes a long way. All right, we got that whipped in there. Again, see how easy this is. We're almost done with the custard itself. Next, I want to go ahead and we're going to add some vanilla. So I got some vanilla beans here. You can find these in the store. These are Madagascar vanilla beans. How we use them is we're just going to take the bean itself and we're going to split the pod right down the middle with our knife to expose all the vanilla in the middle. And what you do is you just I cut it with the knife, and I take the back of the knife and I just scrape the insides of each side. When you scrape it, let me hold that up to the camera, you get the vanilla beans, the actual little beans in there, they go in, the little fibers, and that's what's going to go right in. And again, you don't need much. 1 vanilla bean is all you need for this recipe. And man, is this nice, and it adds just such a great flavor. We're going to scrape the outside of that one. Gives it those nice little specks of vanilla that make it just look so good. And we just love that. But however, if you don't have fresh vanilla bean or don't have access in it, I just want you to swap it out with a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and you'll be good to go. You'll still get that great flavor, and you'll be ready to cook this up. So once we have this done, now this base itself is done. So everything we've got in here is done. Like I said, a traditional ice cream base, you would have to take and you'd have to boil the milk, then come back and temper in your egg yolks and make sure you don't curdle the mixture. Then you have to chill the mixture because you never want to put a hot mixture into an ice cream machine because you have to chill it first before it will start to freeze. But now we can go right into the ice cream machine and go ahead and start it churning. Now let's talk about this ice cream machine for a second. Let me get this out of the way. So this is our big bad boy that we use at the restaurant. However, there is so many awesome home-style ice cream machines that I've seen that are really great to use at home. You have everything from your traditional one that I remember my dad having when we were young, where you put the ice on the outside of the barrel and you add salt to it and it spins. That will work. But another great ice cream machine that I see oftentimes for home use is a simple tabletop ice cream maker, and you take the mixing bowl, actually you put in the freezer, and then you pull that out, and then you pour the mix in, and then you turn it, and the ice cream will churn up beautifully. All that is fantastic to use. Of course, any ice cream machine that you're going to use, you're just going to add the base to it and then follow the instructions on how your particular ice cream machine works. So we got some churning, let that churn. Now all we're going to do, real simple, is we're going to come back and we're just going to crush up some candy canes. So we can do this several ways. We can take them and just break them up with our hands. We can throw them in the food processor. But this is just a fun thing just to add this. This just adds just a nice kind of seasonal Christmas flair, and the candy cane just matches so well with this ice cream. It makes one of my favorite ice creams. So this is something fun, and I really hope you'll give it a try on your Christmas tables this year. But I'm just putting some in a Ziploc. Let's see how this goes. And I'm just going to kind of crush them up. Just like so. Throw them in the food processor. You could use the back of a skillet. But anything, we're just looking to kind of crush up these candy canes. And then that's going to be perfect. And then as the ice cream starts to churn and it finishes, all we're going to do is, right as this starts to come together and it's almost done, so literally when you're a minute or two of wanting to scoop this ice cream out of the ice cream machine, you want to add this last second. So you just add this in last second and let it fold into the ice cream mixture, and then you're going to take everything out, put it into a container, put a lid on it, put it in the freezer for several hours for it to harden. Because whenever you pull ice cream base out of the ice cream machine right away, it's not going to be fully hardened. It's still going to be a little loose. So you want it to let it sit in the freezer for a little bit and harden. And the reason that we add the candy canes in at the end as opposed to just throwing it in at the beginning is if we were to have put those crushed candy canes in the ice cream base while it's a liquid, well, the candy canes are made of mostly sugar, so they would have started to break down and dissolve into the liquid part of that base. But however, once the ice cream gets to a part where it's churned and it's thick, well, now it's not as liquidy, so those candy canes just don't dissolve like they would if you were going right into the base itself. But let me kind of show you just a couple ideas of how you could use this ice cream for your Christmas table. You know, you could very easily just serve it like we're going to be doing at the restaurant. So if you come by tomorrow, being Friday or Saturday, we're going to be serving this as a dessert all throughout the season, but we're going to serve it straight up just like this. Maybe even come back with a little bit more of these candy canes. These crushed up candy canes is a little fun sprinkle on top. And that's how we're going to be serving it these next couple days, and it's just going to be fantastic like that. But you know, use it how you would use any ice cream. This is our pecan pie that we have at the restaurant, our bourbon and pecan pie. Man, warm bourbon pecan pie with a little bit of candy cane ice cream on that. What do you think about that, Jesse? Would that make a good dessert?
It actually does look pretty good. It smells so good.
Well, there you look. You don't have to just take it from me. Take it from Jesse. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think. You know, this is such an easy base to make, and it makes the best ice cream. It's so simple. I really want everybody at home to give this a try. Leave a comment and share it and let me know how it came out for you. We would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you during this season. And I think next Thursday Christmas Eve already? I can't even remember. Next Thursday Christmas Eve, right, Jesse?
I think so, yeah.
Hey, guess what? We'll be here talking a little last minute Christmas preparations, something easy that we can whip up for Christmas Day. We'll have that recipe then. We'll see you then, guys. Thank y'all.